convinced that he can hold on to the lead with his taste of the fairground. And John's fighting to save his neck and reach the judges with his strawberries and cream. Michael Caines is scrutinising their every move, and he can sense the tension in the air.
I think the atmosphere is down to the fact that Paul obviously is cruising along. Andre seems very confident in his own ability, and I think John's just getting on with trying to do the best he can. You know, last day, just cracking on.
Outsider John must produce a faultless dessert to go through to the judging chamber. But he knows he stands a better chance of surviving if one of his rivals stumbles at the final hurdle.
The tart is very, very technical. It may sound simple, but you've got to get the pastry right, the custard's got to be rich enough, the jams will be taken out enough so it doesn't split the custard. And then Paul's got a lot of key elements going on today. He's got to get the donuts right, he's got to make sure the custard's set on time, you know. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Paul, how are they getting on?
Yeah, good.
So you're up in 10 minutes. Pretty confident?
Yeah, I am, yeah. Just clearing down now. Start with plating everything up.
I noticed actually you're both doing donuts. Battle of the donuts, yeah?
Yeah.
Front-runner Paul's pulling out all the stops and has even brought along a fairground cart to display his elaborate dessert.
Andre, look, there's a lot going on over here, and you just got your tart. You're not feeling a bit worried there?
I think it's a damn good tart, but we'll see.
With plating up approaching, Paul's coming unstuck, or at least his marshmallows are. And while he's distracted, he leaves his donuts too long in the fryer. They grow so big, they're only fit for the bin. It's a huge blow, and for the first time this week, Paul's really under pressure to deliver.
Hang on, Paul.
Yeah, just run into a bit of a problem with they're soufflating up nicely, but too much. And then the marshmallows just starting to like wilt under the weight of the apple. So a bit behind.
Bit of pressure then.
Bit of pressure.
I'll leave you to it. It just goes to show that only the smallest detail can put you in trouble. And when it goes wrong on desserts, it could really be an opportunity for the others to step up.
Has Paul's winning streak come to an abrupt end? He's already had to redo his chocolate, and now he's had to start over on his donuts and prepare some more marshmallows. If anything else goes wrong, he could be out of the race.
So that's what competition's about. You're under pressure and you make little slip-ups. But it's how then you come back from that slip-up. That's the very important aspect.
John's watching closely. He knows this might be his chance to shine. Paul finishes off his apple candy floss without a hitch, and the coconut custard gets a topping of peanut and chocolate popcorn. But his second batch of donuts are still too big, and having missed his deadline for plating up, there's no time to fix it.
So I'm late. There we are. That's my taste of the fairground.
And you're happy with the donuts in the end?
Next time I think I could set them rather than maybe going fresh. So apart from being late, I'm really, really pleased.
Well, that's okay.
Has Paul overreached himself this time? Michael won't be making any allowances if his dish fails to hit the mark.
So this is vanilla marshmallow with a cider toffee apple?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, it's sticking a bit. I think perhaps it could be set a little bit more.
And you're happy with the vanilla in that marshmallow?
Yeah, I just wanted to keep it a nice simple marshmallow.
The apple's not too sweet. I think he's done that on purpose because the marshmallow is so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to your donut. It sunk a little bit. Are you happy with that?
Might have rushed it at the end, left it in the fryer a bit longer.
There's a little, is there a little bit of an eggy taste there to you?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's disappointed with that.
This coconut custard.
Yeah.
This texture here, is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, wanted it just a nice, thick custard.
For me, maybe like the custard a bit more set, but it's just personal preference really.
A bit more set, yeah.
It is for the banquet. Maybe perhaps he's bitten off a little more than he can chew.
It's got a lot of humour. You're happy it's got enough substance?
Yeah, definitely. For me, I think it's the fair's coming to town. I've done everything I can, and I'm really happy with it.
Paul's done his best to convince Michael, but is it enough to get him through?
Probably sort of just executed the dessert a little bit better. It's a real sort of waiting game, kind of really numb feeling.
Now the spotlight's on John. After a far from perfect effort from Paul, this could be his chance to squeeze into the top two, and he knows it. His clotted cream cheesecake gets a sparkling wine poached strawberry each. Macerated strawberries with mint are covered with strawberry foam. And a pine nut praline gets a scoop of creme fraiche sorbet, sprinkled with a strawberry sherbet. Finally, his donuts get a squirt of strawberry jam filling, and he's done.
There it is, guys. Strawberries and cream.
Obviously, John, you're happy now with the presentation that this is really going to get people...
I think I've nailed it. I've encapsulated it today.
Okay.
It's my showpiece trying to get those points back today, and hopefully I've delivered that today.
I think this is a dish that's befitting for the people at the banquet.
There's so much to talk about, so much to get going. The strawberries holding up nice. It's doable, really doable.
Okay.
John's delivered a sharing platter, on time and without any mistakes. Will this strawberry smorgasbord be good enough to save him?
This is the creme fraiche sorbet.
Yeah.
With a little pine nut praline underneath.
And happy with the texture there?
It's there, it holds up.
Okay.
Creme fraiche sorbet, it has a nice acidity. I like that.
Lovely. With a sherbet on there and then little sort of praline crunchies put on the bottom.
You're getting the champagne with that, and it's literally just settled it. It's got a nice consistency, fresh as it can be.
Okay. Moving on now to the donut.
Good donut.
Oh no, yeah, good donut, yeah.
For me, that's a donut.
Have you got enough strawberry flavour coming through that donut?
Yeah, perhaps I could have probably got a bit more jam in there, in hindsight.
Well, John, you've had it all to do. Do you think this has brought you back in the hunt for the final?
I pulled it out of the bag when I can, when you see the trouble that Paul was in. I remember fighting chance today. I'm truly exhausted. I put my heart and soul into everything this week, and I've done the best that I can do. Part of me is a little bit relieved it's all over, and just now the anxiety's kicking in to wait for the results.
Before the moment of reckoning, there's still one more dish to go. Andre's well aware that after a strong showing from John, he's got to go for broke to cling on to his place in Friday's judging. He puts the finishing touches to his rhubarb tart, based on a classic French tarte au citron. Then dishes out his poached rhubarb and vanilla cream to be arranged around his patisserie centerpiece. And he's ready.
Happy with this?
Yeah, very happy. I think it's come together well.
And do you think this has got that wow factor?
Yeah, I think so. I think it looks quite spectacular. And I want that sort of afternoon tea idea in a way. Something in the centre of the table.
So Michelin star winner Andre's feeling confident, but will Michael shoot him down? Is this dessert suitable for the ultimate street party, or is it more of a refined restaurant dish?
Do you think it's got that wow factor?
I think so. I wanted to show some techniques and some pastry skills. But again, I wanted a little bit of simplicity, so I came up with a different layering. Yeah, I'm very pleased at how it's turned out.
So you're getting the 4 layers, you're getting the salty and sweet pastry, the acidic rhubarb, and then the custard, and then obviously you find the crumble topping.
Yeah,
There's a lot of skill
absolutely stunning.
Yeah, hell of a lot of skill.
Definitely.
It's hardly cooked. I've peeled the rhubarb as well and then poached it in gravy. I want to give it a little bit of lightness to eat alongside the tart as well.
How do you think that's working?
I think alongside the tart, I think it will work very well.
Beautiful pastry. To get the recipe off him for that one.
Do you feel this dish embodies that sharing concept?
Yeah, I think I've done it well. There might be a simple look to it, but I think there's a passion going through the dish. And I think, yes, it would be a visual spectacle to go down in the middle of a large table. I think I've done enough to come out of this as the winner, or if not, at least to go through in the top 2. I think the other guys, they had a lot going on within their dishes, and yeah, not all of them came off that well.
Michael's opinion is the one that matters. Right now, Paul's 2 points ahead of Andre, with John in last place. But that could soon change.
I'll be extremely gutted if I'm not cooking for the judges. You know, it's been a long journey just to get this far. So I stitched myself up my fish course, but then I've tried clawing that back, and hopefully I've done that with my dessert today.
You enter things to win, to be up there, to better yourself, and that's what I hope to do.
I've put my absolute heart and soul into this competition. I know I've probably been criticised that I might have took on too much, but I'd rather do that and go away knowing that I give it everything than going away feeling that I didn't quite do enough.
The waiting's over. Michael's made up his mind. This is the moment of truth.
Paul, for your taste of the fairground. Wonderful visual display. The whole dish though lacked a little bit of substance for me, and I thought the donuts a little bit hollow and perhaps weren't to quite the spec that you really wanted to achieve there. John, your strawberries and cream. Great taste and great flavours. The poached strawberries really worked for me. I really like that. Donuts just a little bit heavy, and I think maybe it lacked a bit of strawberry and could do with a little bit more of that strawberry flavour for it. Andre, the rhubarb tart. Technically brilliant. I thought it was outstanding. It ate really well. I didn't leave anything when you left. I carried on eating. But I thought the tart base is a little bit thin, and if you're going to do that for 100 people, it might be a little bit fragile. It lacked also a little bit of the fireworks that Paul gave us. Gentlemen, as you know, only 2 of you can go through to cook for the judges. So with a score of 9 for their dessert, making them the highest scoring chef this week, is Andre. Congratulations, Andre. You will be cooking your menu for the judges tomorrow. So that leaves 2 chefs with only 1 place to cook for the judges. Well, I can announce that Paul, I gave your taste of the fairground 6 points. And John, your strawberries with clotted cream, 7. Which means your total, Paul, secures you as the second chef that'll go forward and cook for the judges tomorrow. Congratulations, Paul. Well done. Commiserations, John. You'll have to say goodbye. Andre and Paul, keep it up now to the final and do me proud.
So Andre stormed to victory with a total of 31 points. Having led all week, Paul came in second with 30. And despite a valiant comeback, John finished with 25 and is going home.
The consistency let me down on my fish course. I've tried my goddamn hardest to try and get it back, but it just wasn't enough.
Tomorrow, Andre and Paul face an even tougher challenge.
I'm determined to get my menu through, and I'm determined to represent the Southwest.
I'm going to be coming in tomorrow and absolutely, gunning it.
The judges are in session and they won't be holding back.
I don't get it. It's pretty tasteless.
I don't think it's really thought out for 100 people. I think this is a very good dish for 3.